And then Angie Tribeca just sort of came after that. It was just another audition.
Was the first audition in pilot season, like, was almost 3 years ago now. And, I just did a regular audition and a callback, and Steve Carell was there.
Nice.
That made me nervous, but it was all right. And I did a bunch of improv, and he was, like, kind of lobbing me tennis balls, like, what if you did this? And then I would go off on that, and, like, that's where I'm glad that I had all that improv training and specifically, understanding what game is. So I understood the game of the scene.
Right.
So I was able to do improv on game.
Right.
With further examples. It was like a lab scene, and the game was that I'm really impressed by normal reactions in a lab.
Sure.
Like you light this paper on fire. It's on fire.
Sure.
Like, just like stupid stuff.
Yeah.
And my best joke that was so dumb is like, perhaps the most interesting reaction of all is if I hold this paper up in front of I was like, if I hold this paper up, it blocks my view of the Gelson's parking lot. And it's like very literally, yes, I held a paper up and now I can't see through the window because the paper is in front of my face. It's just like taking everything very literally and then treating it as amazing.
Yeah. That's great.
And I also had a really stupid, I did a forensic scene and I finished saying what I said about the body and I was like, all right, if anyone needs me, I'll be in this tree house. And I turned around and pretended to climb a ladder. And that's just so silly.
That's great. That's
Steve
perfect.
was like, we might need to build you a tree house. That's so funny. It's just so absurd. That's and very kind of in line with our show.
That's
amazing.
amazing.
Yeah, I just did a regular audition. Then I had a callback. Then I had a test audition. And then, I was just like, oh, I'm sure I didn't get this.
Yep.
Feeling bad for myself. Even though it went well, that's the thing. Even though things go well,
you're trained to think.
Yeah, but people are just, I booked one pilot before Angie Tribeca and it didn't go. It was like 6 months before actually. I started to really hit a stride.
Yeah.
And I got to sit and watch the chemistry reads and be a part of the chemistry reads for the guy who would play my husband.
Oh, wow. That's really cool.
And it was the most helpful thing that's
Absolutely.
ever happened because I was like, wow, all of these guys are so funny. They're so good, but just one of them is more the character.
Right.
So if you're out there and auditioning, don't take anything personally.
Right.
It's just literally everyone has an essence to them. And just even if you're putting on layers of character that are not yourself, you're still at the core of it, and somehow either that's really right for the character,
right,
or it's not.
Yeah,
it doesn't mean you did a bad job.
Totally. For that reason, I've always kind of wanted to be a reader because I feel like you can learn so much by just watching other people audition.
Yeah, you should definitely do it.
Oh, okay, I'll go do it.
It's
I feel like those are hard gigs to get, aren't they?
I don't know, probably. It's just good if that opportunity does come up, do it.
Absolutely.
It's an
I would love it.
amazing learning.
I love it, yeah.
Lesson.